Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. So, the international break has just finished and we are getting back to club football now. Not all teams are involved in action this weekend, but we do have some WSL games, three in fact, and we'll start off with probably the biggest game, well not the biggest game, but a game with much anticipation, which is Arsenal versus Aston Villa at Aston Villa, because this game has meant to be played 3 times before already this season, and it's been called off due to the snow, a frozen pitch, and too many cases of COVID in the Arsenal squad, so they weren't able to put forward a starting 11 and have some substitutes. So that game is set to be played on Sunday at around 2 o'clock, I believe it is, and it's a big game in terms of 2 big players for either side. Obviously Vivianne and Miedema for Arsenal, who's the second top goal scorer in WSL history, and on the Aston Villa side it's Iwabuchi. She's been a new signing, she's been heavily influential in this Aston Villa team, and the two know each other very well as they played together at Bayern Munich, so it would be good to see how this friendship goes on the pitch in terms of action and how much impact they both can have. Now, Arsenal have been in poor form in the league. They haven't really got going in 2021 years because they've had probably a staggered start to 2021 in terms of actually playing games and games being called off. I think they've played about 3, maybe 4 games in 2021 where they've had a lot called off or rescheduled due to the weather and COVID cases, so that's why they haven't been able to get as many games on. Where Aston Villa, they've played they're up to 12 games. Again, still not the maximum they can have played, like Manchester United, who have played 15, and Brighton, but they are starting to look up under Marcus Bignot, especially after their last win, which was the start of this month on the 6th of February against Tottenham, which is the last time they played, and the last time Arsenal played was their 3-0 defeat to Chelsea. So yeah, they haven't won since December last year against Everton, where they won 4-0, but like I said, they've played 3 times in 2021, so that's why you can't take that into too much talk. The other games we have this weekend in the WSL, it's quite we've only got 3 games this weekend. The other game, or one of the other games, is Tottenham versus Everton. Again on Sunday, this is going to be a quality fixture. I think this could definitely be one to watch out for on the FA player. Both teams, Tottenham are starting to look decent under Rian Skinner. Willie Kirk's Everton, they've had their ups and downs throughout the season, and a win for Tottenham will definitely throw the cat amongst the pigeons and put pressure amongst those few teams that are above Tottenham in the league to continue winning, because a win for Tottenham, they'll go level 1 points with Brighton, having played 2 games less than them, where an Everton win, they would close the gap to Arsenal, should Arsenal also lose this weekend to Aston Villa. And then the final game we have is Birmingham City versus Manchester City on Sunday. Again, all kickoffs at 2 o'clock. You got to say Manchester City are the favourites to win this game. They come back into this game after the international break. They won their last game 3-0 against Manchester United, where Caroline Weir scored that fabulous goal, and then they've just been on an impressive run of form under Gareth Taylor, whilst Birmingham City under Carla Ward have had up and down results. I mean, they drew their last game with Everton 1 apiece, but lost the game before that to Manchester United 2-0, so you never know with Birmingham, but you've got to say definitely Manchester City are the favourites to win that one. Then the other action we have over in the Bundesliga, there's only the one game this weekend, and that is between Eintracht Frankfurt and Duisburg. Again, this should be an easy Frankfurt win, who are up in 6th, whilst Duisburg are bottom of the league and are yet to win the single game this season in the Bundesliga. Now, over in Spain, we have a lot of fixtures to look forward to. At 9:30 United Kingdom time, there's Eibar versus Barcelona. Then there's Sporting Corvuela versus Levante at 11. Valencia versus Granadilla Tenerife at the same time. Then at 4 o'clock there's Real Betis versus Athletic Club, and then on Sunday there's Rayo Vallecano versus Deportivo, Logroño versus Santa Teresa, and Sociedad versus Real Madrid, all kicking off at 11 o'clock UK time. Barcelona will be hoping to continue their unbeaten start to the season, where they've won all 16 games, scoring 84 goals and conceded 3. So that's why they've got a 7-point gap to second place Levante in the league. Again, I think it's going to be impossible for Eibar to try and slow down Barcelona, so it's going to be an easy weekend of fixtures for them, you would imagine. And then over in France, we do have a set of fixtures, their whole set of fixtures. So at 1:30 on Saturday, there's Paris FC versus Guingamp, and Montpellier versus Dijon, Bordeaux versus Le Havre, and Fleury 91 versus Stade Reims. And then the two games later at 2:15 are the two big teams, which is Paris Saint-Germain versus ICFF, and Soyuz Charente host Lyon. Paris Saint-Germain again undefeated this season, won 13 out of the 14 games, drew the other, whilst Lyon themselves haven't drawn a game yet, but they have lost one this season, so they'll be hoping that PSG can drop some points. So there is a lot of potential there for some upsets. Now, as I said, we've had international breaks. There was the Euro qualifiers, so we've had Spain, Finland, Austria and Italy all qualify over this last international break, so that means 12 out of the 16 teams have now qualified for the Euros, and there's now only the playoffs left to do with I'm just going to scroll through it now. So it's the Czech Republic, Northern Ireland, Portugal, Russia, Switzerland and Ukraine are the 6th teams that will be in the playoffs. The draw will take place next week, the 5th of March, due to the obviously the pandemic. It was meant to have been last year. So the first legs and second legs are set to be between the 5th and 13th of April next year. Sorry, this year. Not next year, because that would be too late and be close to the Euros actually starting. Then we've had the SheBelieves Cup, which the USA have won again for the second consecutive time after winning all 3 of their games and not conceding a single goal, with Brazil coming second, Canada coming third and Argentina coming bottom. No surprise that the USA won it. They were absolutely phenomenal. The first 2 games not too really stand out, but they got the results that they needed to, so you can't complain. And then last night, or Wednesday night in the United Kingdom, they beat Argentina 6-0. Megan Rapinoe with a brace, Carly Lloyd, Kristen Press, Alex Morgan all scoring. So yeah, great win for the USA and good to see them retain it. And then the only other big teams that I remember playing, there was a little tri-tournament or 3-team tournament between Germany, Holland and Belgium as they prepare to host they've put in a bid for the 2027 World Cup. So yesterday the Netherlands beat Germany 2-1 thanks to Daniela van der Donk and Jackie Grunen scoring, whilst Laura Freigang scored for Germany. Then a few days before, Germany played Belgium and won 2-0 thanks to goals from Leah Schuler and Svenja Hoot, whilst the Netherlands beat Belgium 6-1. There was a lot of goal scorers in that game, so there was Renate Janssen, Daniela van der Donk, Lieke Martin, Stephanie van der Graat, Jill Rood and Vivianne Miedema all scored for Serena Wiegmann's side, whilst Marianne Minnaert scored for Belgium in that one. And finally, England finally played a game. That was at St George's Park, where they beat Northern Ireland 6-0. Ellen White scored a hat-trick, and then Lucy Bronze scored a goal, Rachel Daly scored a goal, and then there's a debut penalty goal from Ella Toone. There were 4 debutants made in the second half, Ella Toone being one of them, Sandy McGeever, Ebony Salmon and Lotta Vubben-Moy all making their debuts under Hege Riise. Comfortable win for England. Ireland did make it hard at times early on in the first half, but once they managed to break them down, Hege Riese's side just knew the goals were going to come, and that made it easier for them to get the victory. Right, so that is all the time we have today. If I've missed any stuff, I'll pick it up at the start of next week when we review these fixtures. Until then, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Check out any of our other videos and make sure you follow us on Twitter for any updates in the world of women's football and for commentaries of games throughout the weekend. Until then, we'll see you next week where we'll be looking ahead to the Champions League fixtures, which are being played next Tuesday and Wednesday. Until then, goodbye.